Welcome to Industry Vancouver, conversations about the residential real estate industry with Andrew Hasman and Jeff Benna.
Hey, Jeff Benna, good morning.
Andrew, how are you?
Good, good. Here we are in the thick of summer.
Yes,
And,
we missed
if
last
anyone's
month's edition.
Yeah, and if anyone's wondering where we've been, well, we've been traveling. We've had some vacation time.
Yes.
And this has been a good market to do that because it has been, let's not kid ourselves. It's been a slower several months compared to normal years. So it's been a good time for realtors to take some time off. But at the same time, on the other side of that, we are always working because we've got teams and we are working. So we're wired into the market. But this is a great opportunity for us to sort of take a look back a few months now because we haven't spoke online for a number of weeks. And we've got a chance to sort of look at some real numbers here and really dig into what's going on in the market.
Well, how are you finding things out there?
Yeah. So again, I was away for a few weeks, and while I was away, I know I didn't miss much. But talking to realtors, and now that I've taken some new property listings, I'm actually pleasantly surprised on the number of calls we're getting on some of our new property listings, detached houses in the West Side. And I think there's people realizing out there, the buyers are realizing that there is some opportunity in the marketplace. It's a great time to be doing some shopping because there's no buying pressure and there's great selection, there's great inventory. So I actually think it's okay, Jeff. The media likes to always exaggerate and focus on the worst of the worst or the most extreme. And I think that in very general terms, the market's okay. It's definitely a lot slower than what we're normally used to, but homes are selling.
I'll tell you a funny story. So the first 10 years of my career, whenever there was something bad in the news, my mom would always say to me, "Oh, Jeffrey, are you okay? Is everything going to be all right?" I said, "Mom, you know what? There's always work for good realtors."
Yeah.
And so I would convey that to her every time she phoned me in distress. And it was really funny. We were out for dinner with my mom and my aunt and the family. And my aunt looks over and says, "Oh, Jeffrey, the market's so terrible. Are you doing okay?" And my mom very casually looked over and said, "Oh, Ann, there's always work for good realtors." So I've always sort of gone back to that to say, yes, you know what? If you're working, there's transactions to be done. So
Yes.
we're seeing the same as you. Lots of listings, lots of choice, but also lots of buyers out there and sales definitely coming together on properties that are well priced, desirable in the marketplace. We've talked about this for a long time. There may be lots of inventory out there, but really good places or special properties, they come and they go very quickly.
When you weed it down, there's very few great properties priced correctly, right?
Absolutely.
And so you got to weed that down. I think the consumer that's looking to buy or sell real estate more than ever right now, Jeff, needs professional help. They need professional help and professional guidance because there is so much going on. There's so much noise in the general marketplace. You turn on the TV, you go onto YouTube, you look at Instagram, and there's just a lot of news coming at us. A lot of it's, I think a lot of it's garbage news or extreme. And I think when you sort of weed it all out, we're okay. And we're going to just be fine. The tariff thing, okay, we're dealing with it. Life's going to go on. It looks like the stock market's come back in a roaring fashion. And I think real estate's going to rebound as well. It's going to take some time, but more than ever right now, the consumer needs professional real estate guidance. And that's where you and I and other seasoned real estate professionals are really needed. They're really needed to help those that are looking to buy and sell and make some decisions.
This is a great segue for our standard disclaimers.
That you can say it, Jen. You'll say it.
We want to offer relevant, actionable information. That said, this is not investment advice. It should not be construed as such. We're better realtors than accountants, lawyers, and financial advisors. So full disclosure as well, we are owners of Vancouver real estate. We like it when prices go up, and we make a fee when we help you. I had the same thing, I'm watching YouTube and I'm seeing the headlines and I'm seeing things like presale condo market is in crisis. Headlines speak of panic, failures, widespread financial pain. Developers desperate, slashing prices. Investors walking away. Assignments flooding the market. Thousands of new units remain unsold. Supply is overwhelming demand. Presale buyers face negative equity and risk of default. So I hear all that and I think, oh my God, well,
It's attention grabbing, right? That's yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought today it would be interesting to differentiate between the resale market and the presale market, keeping in mind, of course, that anecdotes are not data.
Yeah, correct. And there's definitely two different markets going on here. And I think when you dig down, you'll see that there's definitely some pain being experienced in the pre-sale condo, townhouse market, whatever you want to call it, versus the resale market where it's not quite as dire. There's no question. But there's definitely phenomenal opportunity out there for anyone looking and that has the ability to buy in this market. I think it's the best market in years. And you know as well as I do, Jeff, people that bought real estate in down markets when the market was out of favor, just like when you buy stocks when they're out of favor, if you're patient